Alright, I'm going to do a small video on my favorite wheels, and in this case it happens to be a discontinued wheel that Cragar actually did not make, even though it has a name on it. This was made by a different company that bought the Cragar name and made this wheel only 1 year, in 2004. And it's a little bit of a copycat mix between the Hurst, Radar, and Rader, and the Mickey Thompson 5-spoke wheels that they had in the 60s with the webs. It's very similar, but this wheel kind of mixes all of those together. And then it's actually billet aluminum that is chrome plated, and I think they did a killer job on it. I've never seen a better looking wheel. This happens to be a 15 by 10. It's sitting under a badass Challenger. It's got a nasty 440 in it, and on the front of it I have the 16 by 9s of the same version of the wheel with the limited edition NASCAR tires, which I left the blue stuff on them because they're brand new and thought it looked pretty cool. Keep them new. So those are cool. And then you go down here to the Weld Pro Stars, and they look pretty good. It's not a bad looking wheel. It's kind of a satin aluminum. Gotta polish it every once in a while. Lightweight. I kind of dig those too. They were super popular in the 90s. I still like them quite a bit. And over here on the 2+2 Pontiac, I did the same wheels. The 15 by 10s on the back of that. That actually looks pretty natural. There's some fatty tires on there. Looks like it should be tubbed out, but it's not. It's just kind of like the 69 Impala. Take a huge tire, not need to be tubbed out at all. This is kind of a cool car. That's what I'm working on now. And up here, I got a 64 GTO convertible. It's got the same wheels on it, 15 by 8 there. And one thing that's a little different about these is the wheel lip actually changes from 15 by 8s to 15 by 10s. The wheel lip actually, the style's different, but that's not something you'd notice too easily. So you can see this wheel lip here compared to this one here. It's a little different. It's got that edge on it, which I think looks better. This is more of a modern lip, but nowadays they like to have these chunks of who knows what sticking out of the sides of them. Can never find a smooth lip wheel anymore. That looks killer. Some terrible designers out there right now, but anyways, gotta have this for the classics. This happens to be my custom exhaust system on the Challenger. Actually did some custom mufflers on it. I'm in the work in progress on this. It's been on hold for a little while. Maybe this summer it'll fire up again and actually be driving it. So that's kind of the plan. And there's the inside of the 2+2. Looks similar to the Impala. That's what's interesting, is they are very close to the Impala since it's on the Impala chassis. And there's a crazy hood that's going to be going on this car. It looks turned out killer. It turned out better than the car, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It'll be a hell of a lot of work to make the car look as good as that head. But for right now, I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to enjoy what we have. And this car, this 2+2 actually has a 12 volts under it. It's actually on a 69 Impala SS chassis, convertible chassis from the factory. Pretty neat car. Canadian built. They didn't make very many of those. It's the only one I've ever seen. And so this beast here, it's going to be transformed into a Panther Camaro here. So that's where it's headed. It's a slow process. Got too many projects on the plate. A whole backyard full of this crap. Anywho, these are the killer, even though they say Cragar, they're Detroit wheel, and they're no longer available. They've been sold out for years, and I feel lucky enough to have about 6 or 7 full sets of these things, and it's not a problem since I feel like I can put them on anything I got. So, pretty cool. I'm gonna take a look at those 15x10s one more time. Those are bad to the bone. I can't wait to start smoking those. Those will be cool. Looking in there. A lot of fire coming out of that. Challenger. Pretty sweet ride. A little dusty. I'll have to blow that dust off here pretty soon. On the underside it did pretty good. I'm going to have to add a fast fuel injection system on this car. That shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to try it on the screen convertible first. And here's some classic NOS Pentastar mud flaps that nobody would ever think of buying. They're actually original from 1971, and they totally fit this car perfectly. When I do the smoky burnouts, you'll see that it'll do a pretty good job protecting most of the paint. Not all of it though. That's better than nothing. Alright, that's enough of that rambling on.